before. Hey, I told you I knew where I was.
Let your heart be your guide. In the depths of thunder, it's your rant and your ride.
Well, out here on the highway. You know, I'm just jonesing for a ride. You know, woke up this morning and the temperature wasn't too bad, actually, at 7:30. A cool but rideable temperature. I'm like, wow, I could actually go somewhere. But I sat around the house. Because, you know, where I want to go is usually you should be leaving at 6 a.m. in the morning. We've got a mountain bike ride planned for tomorrow, but it's supposed to rain, and they even say snow in the mountains, but who knows. Anyway, jonesing for a ride, jonesing. And my good friend Aaron, with his new DRZ, he's still doing modifications to it, so we could be a week or two out before we get a ride together with that. He's got another friend that has an adventure bike, a brand new one, which is awesome. And he may tag along also. So anyway, I'm out for a ride. You know, I always go southeast direction, but I don't really have a plan. We'll just see what I feel like and what the weather looks like, and yeah, whatever. Yeah, so we're over here by Buckland Station, crossing paths. Well, we've got a lot of people hanging out, which is cool. Either living here, yeah, that's what that looks like, or UTVs, but looks like they're living here. little chopped up. A little bit chopped up. You better run, rabbit. Yep, 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 yep. That's all, folks. Yep, yep. Hunting rabbits. Dip, dip, dip. But the best front tire for all these kind of grooves is the Kenda Dakar, because it won't follow grooves. You know, if you get stuck in a groove, it'll just ride right out without getting pulled everywhere. But yeah, buddy. Just tootling. You know, a lot of these areas, you know, it's still, we're probably still going to get some rainstorms, which change the roads every time. The rain does, and then, you know, you get the UTVers out here, they're like, oh, rain! The side-by-sides, let's go! Play in the mud. But anyway, check out the roads. Commit the roads to memory. You know, so you can ride them quicker, smoother, safer. Yeah. This is what I like. I'm just tootling along. Yep. Tootling. On the XR Desert Sled. Desert Sled, yeah. Just tootling along. And we're going to the bunkhouse. The bunkhouse. I call it Biden's office. Yeah. That's where he had the auto pen stash. So this is part of my lunch. Or, well, part. I have my protein drink and vitamins. Alright? Lunch of champions. You know, my mountain bike buddy, he always carries jerky in his pack. Sometimes he gets lunch. I tried that once. No, I can't do that. I can't carry lunch and then eat it on the trail and then have energy to keep riding. So, a couple pieces of beef jerky, or that's pork, actually. Yeah, pork. Korean barbecue. So a couple pieces of this. When I get on down the road, I'll have my protein shake, protein drink with my vitamins. And that's all you need. Yep. Just want to feed your energy level, not your appetite. Good. So, woo-woo! Over there is Fallon. Just a cruising along. La, 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 la. It's alright, so you know, see that road off in the distance? That's 5 miles of sand. It's gonna start here pretty quick. You know, I'm not gonna rip it down to 5 miles of sand today, because I'm riding the XR today, and she's kind of a tired girl, you know. And I don't want to blow her up. I want to keep riding her, so. Guess we already started the sand. And there's still moisture in the sand. Because in the sand. You can feel them pretty good. Like a lot of traffic out here. as it starts getting warmer. Here's the deep part. Oh yeah. Rocky section. Ouch. I don't know what's worse, winding her out, or, you know, when you get stuck in that deep sand, just bogs down. move out of the road. Almost worse to let it bog down. Instead of just holding it wide open in the RPM range. Let it bog down, doesn't want to go anywhere. It's like, I don't want to go, I don't want to go. Yeah, usually, you know, the bike's running around 2.5, 2.10. And going through that sand gets it up to 240. Yeah. She's hot now. I thought I'd take it easy, but you can't. That makes it worse. Just bogs down. Doesn't want... No forward momentum. You just gotta stay on it. All right. Yeah. Warning, bombing range. Warning, that one's all used up. That's a bombing range, I think, and that's laser missiles or something. Yeah, warning. Stay right in that corridor. Yeah, it's just rocky as crud out here, you know. I usually move along faster on the Hawthorne because it's got tubeless system. And yeah. I'm just picking my way through these, yeah. Big old rocks sticking up. I've already felt a couple, like, hit the side of my rim. You're like, oh, no, no. You either gotta miss them or hit them square. You can't catch them on the side of your rim. But you know, if I think about going to Beatty or Vegas on the big bike, I probably won't be taking it this way this year. I've done it in the past, but yeah. But you know, it's just slow going. That sand you have to go through, and then there's more sand in between going to Beatty. I mean, Gabbs. You know, there's another couple miles of deep sand, but you know, it's bad enough on a dirt bike. All the rocks. And like I said, just taking it slow as we go, just taking it slow. Yep, well, you know, you've got lots of things to check on your dirt bike before you go for a ride. Battery dead for my display. Yep, battery dead for my display, so I won't have a speedometer here. Pretty quick, no speedometer. Alright, one of my favorite areas on this ride. You know, one of these days I want to come up here and camp, like right up there. You know, and you can wake up to this in the morning. It's pretty cool. Yeah. And this is the rocky downhill. We'll see how rocky that is. You know, some years it's worse than others. I think I had a bug fly up my sleeve and it's biting the crud out of me, but you know, this whole trail's rocky, but this is one rocky uphill and it can get pretty gnarly. Sir, yes, we'd like to talk to you about your extended warranty. We've got a recall. These rollers are fun out here, but sometimes they're torn up. fun. I can see 4 miles and miles. Yep. So we are coming out. You know, in between. Gabbs or Hawthorne, and we're gonna go to Hawthorne. That's the road coming from the mine. It's always a little confusing out here. I usually go straight through, right? I go down to my missile silo. On top of the hill, outside Hawthorne, dropping into Hawthorne. Dropping, baby, dropping. We're dropping. Woo, Jack, woo, Jack, woo, woo. Okay. This battery should almost be dead on the camera, I think. It's cool up here. You know, it's 60 something up here, and then when I go over Lucky Boy, it's probably gonna be colder yet. But maybe it looks like they're getting some rain. It was supposed to rain a little bit today. Maybe they are over in Yarrington. We'll see. Hopefully we stay out of the rain. Rain, rain, go away. Don't come back until another day. Sharp turn. I wonder how many people haven't made that corner. It's pretty sketched. Or I should say, it seems like it could be pretty sketched. Chugga, 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 chugga. Yeah, I tried to take it easy in the 5 miles of sand, and the XR didn't like that. Yeah, you let it bog down, it barely wants to get out of its own way. I should have kept it up in the revs. Alright, so got 50 miles a gallon, 127 miles so far. Alrighty. Hawthorne. Alright, so we are in Hawthorne. 127 miles, 50 miles per gallon on the old desert sled, XR. She's a good girl. Well, you can tell the difference on fuel injected Husky to carbureted bike when you get up in those mountains over there. She ran good, but you can tell she don't run out like the Husky. This is my lunch. This, a little bit of that, lunch of champions, and of course my vitamins. So I'm changing my routine up. Instead of working out every day, I'm going to work out every other day. And the days I don't work out, it'll be protein and vitamins for lunch with a little something. And the days I work out will be vitamins and protein in the morning and another protein at night. Getting ready for that summer riding. I might get rained on. Looks like it's raining over there towards Tonopah. Maybe over by Yarrington. We'll see. Hallelujah. Well, maybe we'll get home without rain. Yeah, there's a few vehicles on this road. Mining vehicles, I believe. People going to work. It's about 50 degrees up here. Hopefully it gets warmer down there. I'll get a chill here before I get home if it keeps... temp keeps going down. It could. It could keep dropping because the sun's not out and it is getting in the afternoon. You know, I still got about 100 miles to go. It is chilly. It's a little bit chilly. It was hot over there by Fallon. Yep, just made a four-way turn. There's some duck. Wow, yeah. Found a little bit of water. There's a stream there. Yeah, that little road that winds through that valley right there. Got to get on that someday. Probably doesn't go anywhere, but yeah. Yeah. Yup. Right. Rivers are flowing. Hallelujah. I did see one coyote. Pretty healthy coyote. Pretty fat. Sure wasn't starving. right, this cattle should be scared. They're like, yep, he's gonna eat us. Poor little baby fell down. Hey, man. He's gonna eat us. Not today. Maybe tomorrow. Little babies. No! Alrighty, well, I haven't been videotaping much. I don't know, you know, it's probably 60 degrees right now. I'm a little bit cool. But leaving Hawthorne, well, going into Hawthorne over the hill that dropped into the military base, it got cool up there. You know, so it was below 60 degrees, but not too bad. You know, but when I left Hawthorne and went up over Lucky Boy Pass, you know, it got down to maybe 48 degrees. Could have been colder. My visor was fogging up. That's how cold it was. I mean, I just made a guess that maybe it was 48 to 50 degrees, but the point was, going over the pass up there, you know, you get cold. You get chilled. And once your chest gets chilled, you know, you're just cold. It doesn't even matter, you know, if the temperature changes 2 or 3 degrees warmer. You know, you're just chilled. So, I mean, the temperature isn't horrible out here, but I'm cold. After I went over Lucky Boy Pass, I've been cold ever since. You know, and that takes the enjoyment out of the ride, so the last 2.5 hours, I'm not shivering. I'm not to the point where I'm shivering, but I'm cold. So, and it's not that cold out here. I mean, you know, if I went out for a ride and I just left my house, it would probably feel good, but I'm cold, so anyway. I didn't feel like videotaping or anything. Just like get home. Yeah. Get home. And, yeah, and on top of that, there's been a headwind. You know, once I dropped into Hawthorne, there was wind blowing, a headwind. And then when you leave Hawthorne and you go up over the pass, and if it was 47, 48 degrees up there, but the wind's blowing on you, you're fighting the wind all the way from Hawthorne home. You know, there's not much wind in here, but yeah, there is. I can feel it, but not horrible in here, but you know, it's just windy the whole time coming home. It's been a nice ride though, you know, but give me that 100-degree weather. You guys can keep your cold winter riding. I'll take the 100-degree weather. I can make myself cool, but I can't make myself warm. You know, unless you're packing extra jackets on the back of your motorcycle. I won't be able to see. The sun's in my eyes. Yeah, the sun comes out right at dusk. That's cool. There was a little bit of sun today. You know, it was really nice and warm, over 70 degrees over by Fallon. And in between Hawthorne and Gabbs was really nice. And then going over the hill into the Hawthorne, it cooled off. I didn't get cold, but I was cool. And then leaving Hawthorne, yeah. Then I got cold. It was a good ride, getting home about the right time, I guess. But supposed to be cold, well, supposed to be cold, rainy, and even snowing in the mountains tomorrow, so we'll see what happens. We're going to try and do a mountain bike ride. And then even next week is supposed to be cold. I'm ready for it to be warm though. See the wind's blowing because I got the rag tucked behind my number plate and it keeps trying to blow it out. It's been back there all day, but now it wants to blow out. Come on. and the sun hasn't been shining half of the day until you get down the last road and then it's in your eyes. Oh well.